Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Ranch Talk right here on our Wyoming Life. I'm Mike,
I'm Erin.
and this is our Wyoming Life. I did that backwards. I screwed that up.
Yeah.
I did screw it up. There's a big gaping hole over here on the side of the couch. You're going to find out what big gaping guy is going to take up all this space. But first, tonight we have Stoney Ridge Farmer Josh on the line with us, hanging out with us tonight. And I'm going to tell you a little story here because Josh came and visited us here at the ranch. He spent almost a whole day hanging out with us. We took video, we had fun. Somebody apparently doesn't know what they're doing and deleted all of his video. That would be me. Josh managed to save all his. So Josh has a video coming up on his channel all about our Wyoming life. We have diddly squat. So we decided to bring Josh onto our live stream tonight to hang out with us. Josh, are you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you down there in the Carolinas, North Carolina?
Doing very good down here in North Carolina. It was 82 degrees and sunny, and I was raking and baling hay today.
We have 6 inches of snow in the forecast.
Well, you could probably bale that if you needed to.
We could bale that.
There might be one way to clean the baler.
That would be interesting. That'd be one way to clean it.
Yeah, you
Just
go
go out and
right
bale
ahead.
some snow. So anyway, we decided to bring Josh on the show with us because, first of all, I deleted all the videos. So nobody knows what we did or how we did it. So I thought I'd bring Josh on to explain his trip here to Wyoming. He made this whole great big old grandiose tour through everywhere. He went to New Jersey, stopped in Ohio, ended up in Wyoming, Idaho, Utah. Is Utah right, Josh?
Yeah, so I can kind of tell you what all we did. We are calling this Farm Stock 2018, and there'll be a Farm Stock 2019, by the way. So we take a road trip.
Good. We have a
once a
chance to
year,
do it again.
and we went out to. We started out here in North Carolina. We're on the North Carolina-Virginia border in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We headed out from North Carolina, and we drove up to Joel Salatin's farm, the Polyface farm. And we hung out there, and then we drove up and saw One Lonely Farmer way up there in the New Jersey. And then the most successful video so far has been with One Lonely Farmer. That dude's got a lot of cool stuff. Next, we went to Meyer Hatchery. We went to the hatchery on Hatch Day, and we take you all the way through the hatchery and how everything works in the hatchery. So that was really, really interesting to me. One of the highlights of my trip was going in there and learning how those giant incubators work and where the eggs come from. I never knew where do the eggs come from for a hatchery. So did a little video about that. And out west we go. And we saw some people in Colorado and saw a guy in Wyoming, your buddy down south of you. And then we stopped up to you guys and got a couple more stops that are coming along the way. So your video should come out tomorrow.
That's awesome. Now you're putting out videos of each one of the stops, correct?
Yep, every stop got a video, with the exception of we took a quick stop at Cal Ranch stores down there. And I don't know if you guys have a Cal Ranch store up your way.
No.
Okay, so Cal Ranch is a pretty cool. It's like a Tractor Supply and Dick's Sporting Goods all mixed into one. It's just a really cool family-owned store that sells farm and ranch supplies down in, I guess, in Idaho and Utah and Nevada. So really great store. I don't know if anybody's seen that. Leave a comment there in the sidebar. The value system of the folks that own that place is just super awesome. So then we skipped Moab. So we went to Moab, Utah, and we rented a Razor, and we ripped it up through the desert for about 8 hours until our butts hurt.
That's funny. So what's next for the Stoney Ridge Farmer?
So right now we've got, I think, 3 more videos coming out. So we're going to do your video, our video together will be tomorrow, and then Saturday we'll be working with North Country Off Grid, way up there in northern Idaho, and that'll be the video for Saturday most likely. Somewhere in the mix there, I did a review of my Sprinter van. You know, we drove that big old Mercedes Sprinter van with all those big stickers on it.
Very fancy.
So I did a little review. I took it back to the desert in Utah where I did my first review on it, and that's fun there. And then the last stop is going to be Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. So if any of you guys are fans of Doug and Stacy, they have a pretty big channel and a pretty cool off-grid living situation in Calving, and they kind of teach you how to homestead and all that stuff. So some homesteader channels, some ranch channels, some hay cutting channels, and by far your ranch was the biggest place we went. That your place was huge.
Too bad we lost that footage.
Yeah, it was great too. There was some good stuff in there. We had a really cool video of Josh mooning the cows.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
I was trying to get one trained, you know, that special training thing that they have down here in the south for cows, but I couldn't get them to hold still for his training.
We'll be screening the cows coming up. They'll get lots of that coming up. So
yeah, our cows know how to shake and sit. I don't know about your cows.
No. We do have a few that play fetch though, so that's always fun. Well, Josh, thanks for coming on with us tonight. I do appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being so understanding too about Erin losing all that video.
Erin.
So
that's okay, because now you owe me. Now you're coming out here to see what it's like in North Carolina. I got to put you to work on the farm for a couple of days.
You know what we should do? We could do an exchange program. I'll send you up here for Calvin, and I'll go do whatever you do in April.
That sounds pretty good. What do I do in April? Vacation?
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah, I'll come do that, man. I'm there.
We can do the whole husband swap thing for a week.
Sure.
Down with that?
Sure.
That sounds dirty, man. Dirty. All right, Josh, take it easy, man. Thanks for coming on with us tonight, and be sure, everybody out there, go and check out Stoney Ridge Farmer. We're going to throw some links down in the description, so take a look at that. And if one of our moderators doesn't mind throwing up a link to Josh's channel, so people can head right over there. Don't leave us. Open it in a new window. Go over there and subscribe to Josh's channel. And congratulations on 100,000 subscribers, Josh. That's awesome.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having us out. And I can't say how much me and my wife enjoyed spending time with you guys. You guys are just wonderful people, and I enjoy to be around. What everybody's seeing here on YouTube is the real thing. It's the real deal. These guys are just great, awesome people.
We had a lot of fun. It is really too bad that we lost the footage.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed meeting Mrs. Stoney Ridge, and it was fun. So.
Josh is a lot taller than he looks
Super
at his
tall.
videos. Yeah. He got out of the van, and I was like, holy crap.
We have great memories of it, and we'll be back to Gillette, I can guarantee you, sometime next year.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have a great night, bud.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
For all those, there, I missed the woo. For all those that are looking at finding out what we're going to name the new Alpha Bowl, that is coming up. We have the girls on the way. First of all, thanks to Kyle for the $10 super chat. Hello from Los Angeles, he says. Mike and family love the videos. Truly inspiring. Thank you for the hard work. Well, thank you, Kyle. We really do appreciate it. Just want to welcome some people that I haven't seen before. Linda Moore. Is it snowing there? No, thank God. We did have sleety hail this morning, and we're going to have one of our hunters join us here, and he's going to tell you all about the hunting experience in Wyoming. Also, Jacob Alexander from Lee County, Virginia. Hey, Jacob, how you doing? We're dropping stuff over here. I'm going to give you
all the hunters are in our dining room right now.
We have a peanut gallery. In fact,
they're making a ruckus.
Let me swing the camera over here for you, because they apparently have never sat in on a live anything in their life, and they just want to throw crap around.
Hi everybody.
That is the Hunters Crew. You're going to actually get to know a little bit more about those guys on Sunday, because we're going to have a hunter video. If you remember last year's hunters video, it wasn't so much about hunting, but more about the relationships that hunters have. That is a ridiculous angle that I have going on there. It's more about the relationships that hunters have with us and we have with them, and it's going to be more of the same, and we're just a bunch of goofballs, and we're going to have some fun. So with no further ado, let's bring in the beast. Mackenzie calls him the giant hunter. We call him Bobby. Bobby, come on in here. We don't call him Bobby. The only reason I can get away with calling him Bobby is because there's people watching right now. Speaking of big guys, how tall are you, Bob?
6'7".
6'7". And Bob is here from Sacramento, California. But he's an old ranch kid, actually, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, you grew up raising what?
Oh, pigs, chickens, rabbits. And had 2 milk cows, but didn't really raise many cows.
Right.
Worked on a dairy. It was a Bet Genetics dairy. They did embryo transplants.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah, so worked on that in the calving department. I was one of the feeders.
Okay, so you didn't have to do anything with microscopes or
No, it did.
test tubes or anything
No,
like
but
that.
I performed a few episiotomies in my day.
That is great. We're so happy to hear that.
Yep.
Doesn't that just make you cringe
yeah,
too?
no, it's awesome.
No,
Yeah.
no
Super
comment from
awesome.
Erin on that one.
It
All
was
right.
necessary.
Bob is here hunting this week. You guys got here opening day.
We
Right.
got here on Sunday,
Well, yeah, you got here on Sunday, but you started hunting opening day.
opening day. Correct.
When it comes, we have a lot of questions. A lot of people ask about antelope hunting. If you have a question for Bob, feel free to throw it up there because I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any question that you have. When it comes to hunting antelope, which a lot of people have never even seen an antelope, right? I mean, you guys have antelope in California?
Yeah.
Pronghorn
Well,
antelope, because if I don't say pronghorn, then somebody's going to yell at me.
in the northeast part of California, they have some. Yeah.
Okay.
We do get the occasional comment, like if Mike's out in the field, people do ask, "What's that behind?
Yeah.
What are those animals?
What are
behind
those
you?"
things? Yeah. One thing that always amazes me is you guys get here, you start hunting opening day. They get smarter as you go, right?
Absolutely.
And is there a point where it just becomes too much work?
Never.
Never.
Nope.
These
The
hunters.
thrill is to outsmart them.
Is that
so
hard
how many?
sometimes?
It's very hard. Yep.
The first
Tricky.
day you guys got how many?
We got 6 opening day,
Now, there's 6 guys, so it wasn't just him.
4 the second day, and we didn't get any yesterday. And got how many did we get today? 2 today.
2 today. So it does got to go down.
They
getting
get
smarter.
wiser. They get smarter. You betcha. And the weather went south on us, so it's gotten tougher.
Right. Ruth wants to know what's the choice of weapon that you hunt with.
270.
270. Is that kind of all the way around for all you guys? Do you guys all hunt with pretty much the same rifle? Or does somebody have like a 300 Winchester mag? that just works?
Except for Skeeter, he has a 7mm cannon.
Yeah, that's always fun. Where'd the antelope go? Oh, it's over there and over there and over there. How do you guys hunt them? Are you stalking them? Are you etc. That's from Rocking Sea Homestead.
It's etc. Both. You're stalking them. You're stand hunting, waiting for them to pass by. It's a little bit of everything above. Just got to get lucky.
And then another question that just rolled in here from somebody, I saw it and it's gone all the way from Trevor. Is there a limit on the number of animals you can take?
Yes, I mean the maximum you can get is 4 per person, 4 antelope per person. And
Is that buck and doe?
No, you're allowed 1 buck and 3 doe or 4 doe.
Okay,
Or you can get 1 or 2. Just depends on what you want.
that makes sense.
You have to buy tags through the Game and Fish.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
when do you guys apply for tags?
In June. I mean early June, because the drawing is end of June.
That makes sense. Somebody else wants to know what you do with all the meat. I imagine you eat it.
You don't shoot it if you're not going to eat it.
Right. Is there a, with antelope, is there a certain way that you like to cook it? Is there, do you guys do steaks? Do you do roasts? Is it all
Steaks,
hamburger sausage?
Hamburger, jerky, salami, breakfast sausage, snack sticks, you name it.
Right. One of the
It's
things that
fantastic.
these guys do for us, which is Aaron's not a huge antelope fan, but when they come their first night here, we actually go to the hotel and we have antelope. I'm not sure when they got it because unless they hit one on the way up here. I guess I've never asked that question. Is that last year's
It's
antelope?
last year's antelope.
Okay.
Yeah.
never asked that question. Yeah, there's antelope waiting for us before the season starts, but it's last year's antelope, and we do a little cookout.
That's right.
We hang out, we eat together. The kids get a chance to hang out. The kids are amazing with these guys, and we talk about it all the time. But they see these guys once per year, and they spend all year waiting for them to come back.
Yeah,
And
they do. Kenzie's always like, "When's the giant hunter coming back?
Yeah.
When are the hunters coming?" Yeah, they definitely do look forward to it. Also, you guys bring candy,
candy helps.
so
But
that,
you got to
and
understand,
buy them ice cream and that kind of stuff.
we look
so.
forward to it as much as they do. We can't wait to see the kids. Yeah, we get just as excited.
They are so excited when you guys show up, and we're gonna have some stuff from the kids later as they come in, and they're actually gonna introduce the name of the new bull for us. So,
All right.
have you always hunted
Yep.
your entire life?
Yes, I have.
Now, some of your group though hasn't, right? I mean, like Jeff, you weren't always a hunter, were you?
No.
No.
The
He's
last
Jeff
10
over
years or so.
Right, and it's just something that you got roped into, or
Wanted to do it all my life and found a good group of guys to show me the ropes.
that makes sense. I'm glad that I found these guys because when it comes to hunting, obviously, and I've said this before, but we invite people to come to the ranch. They hunt. We let them have guns and wander around our backyard. Basically, is the gist of it. So having people that you can count on, that you know are going to do the right thing. I mean, that's all that matters to us. So we do appreciate you guys coming out. I appreciate nobody really wanted to come and be on the live stream. I don't think.
What the heck?
Even Bob told me no the first time I asked him. So, we appreciate you coming out. I hope you're not too nervous.
No, you just told me I had to behave. So
Well, you do have to behave. That's always something you have to do. Any other questions for the giant hunter? That do you sell your meat? You can't sell.
no, it's illegal to sell your meat. We eat what we shoot. Otherwise, we don't shoot it.
Right. Where on that ranch would you use a stand? Have you ever hunted from a tree stand?
No, not a tree stand. It's a ground stand. We have ground blinds. So,
Okay.
when we say stand hunting, it's
How
from a
about-
blind.
here
It's a
we go.
ground blind.
I'll plant a tree. I'll plant a cottonwood by a pond, and
There you
in
go.
30 years, you can have a tree stand.
Oh, somebody threw in $2 for a bullet fund.
You're gonna have to put an elevator in there for me to climb that thing in 30 years.
Stony Ridge Farmer, we were just talking to on the phone, threw in $2 and said buy a bullet.
Thank you, brother.
So yeah, I owe you $2 now. That's awesome.
What do antelope taste like? I think that's a question that we get asked a lot.
Chicken.
Tastes like
It,
chicken.
it doesn't taste like chicken. They
No,
lie.
it tastes fantastic. I mean, my family, we eat a lot of elk, venison, antelope, and again, it's how it's prepared in the field, how it's cleaned, how it's cooled. It takes a gamey taste away, and then how you season it at home is how it's going to taste. So I can't tell you what it really tastes. One thing, it's just delicious. It's one of my favorites.
Wonder if we could. We've announced the ranch roundup that's coming up in August of next year. I wonder if we could get some antelope to let people try.
Well, unless you're gonna go hunt one, no.
Well, no, but these
Well, I'm
guys
sure that
apparently
can be
keep it all year
arranged.
long.
Yeah, that could be arranged.
We could figure that out. So
Everyone can have a bite.
one little like a toothpick square of antelope.
I'm sure some of the guys will have some meat since, I brought 65 pounds for our dinner.
We might have some of that.
Yeah.
Left, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Any other? How do you get your tags? I think we talked about this, but they put in June, and it's actually it's a draw, correct?
It's a draw. Yep, you have to draw your tags.
And it's just what's it based on? Is it just a random draw, or you can get points too?
Well, it's a
correct?
random draw, and if you're not successful, then you have the opportunity to buy preferential points. And the more you get of those, it increases your odds of drawing because your name goes back into the draw that many more times.
Right, and you're going through that with mule deer, actually.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yep,
because
I've
we
had
have
the
very
time.
few mule deer here, but every year Bob puts in for a mule deer tag and doesn't get it.
Right,
But
exactly.
eventually you will.
I have 3 or 4 preferential points now, so I should get one next year. That's the plan.
There you go.
All right,
Stony
good, 'cause
Ridge
they've
also
been in my
says
garden.
the antelope. Oh, the deer.
The
Yeah, the deer. Stony Ridge also says antelope tastes like antelope. Unless you're a coyote, then it tastes like a really fast deer critter. Okay.
Right.
All right. I hope you didn't
Thanks,
think
Stoney
too hard on
Ridge.
that one. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Does it taste similar to whitetail? That question is from Jacob.
No, it doesn't. Deer has a unique taste. My wife says that antelope has a little sweet tinge to it. I mean, she enjoys it very much. So I don't think it tastes anything like venison. It has its own unique taste and it's fantastic. That's my preferred meat. So
I still like cow.
And Corey, thanks for the $10 super chat. Limit, once again, tell us what the limit is per person.
Four
antelope.
doe antelope, 3 does, 1 buck.
There you go. There you go. Any other questions for Bob before we cut him loose? I'm sure you are starving. You probably want some food. And Erin made them a carrot cake that's literally about like this big.
It's just a 9 by 13. So
It's a large amount of carrot
I
cake.
don't know what the rest of the guys are eating, but I know I'm having it.
Exactly.
Oh.
So these guys, you guys will be here for the next few days.
Correct.
We'll have some time to goof off, and they help me out around the ranch, which we do appreciate. And as you saw in the last video, that they helped pull the new cover on the high tunnel. These guys don't shy away from work. I think I said in the video that they got voluntold. That's not true. They volunteer.
Yeah.
They volunteer for what they drive around. They see us working, and there's a lot of stopping. And I actually feel guilty because they do stop hunting to come and help us. And it's like, go hunt, do your thing. You're on vacation.
More than just hunting.
Exactly. Hunting season runs until the end of October, so all the way through October, we'll have hunters coming in and out of the ranch. These are probably the only guys we're going to feature on the channel, just because I really don't know the other hunters that well. And people get nervous when you have cameras around.
They do.
These guys don't so much because they're scared of me.
He's a toughie.
Yeah, they're not scared of me.
Oh, was that a softie?
Yeah, exactly. All right, any other questions? Are you watching questions? Oh, hunters are from Sacramento, California.
Don't hold that against it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know. I don't have any other.
Is there?
questions.
Okay, this is a good question from Michael Gross. It's not really a question. He says he likes to kill pronghorn when it's cool in the morning. Is there a preferential time to get a kill? You know, obviously, you know, here it's depends on the weather, I guess.
That's right.
Right? Is that what it is?
He's 100% correct. We prefer to kill it when it's cool, early in the morning, and then get it to the meat locker. But we pack ice in our ice chests, and so when the weather's warm and we harvest an animal, we get it field dressed as quickly as possible, and we pack the inside with ice, take it to the meat locker so it gets cooled down quickly.
Cool. And one last question here for you, Bob, before you go. And I'm guessing this is for Bob. Any tips for beginning hunters?
Contact your NRA and get them to send you a list of the local hunting or shooting clubs that put on special programs for the beginning hunter, for the hunter safety training. There's mentor programs out there that you can get paired with a hunter that'll teach you all about hunting, the do's and the don'ts and the right way to do things. And the number one key is the ethics of hunting, what's right and what's wrong. But there's a lot of resources available to people. You just have to go online, and NRA is the best place to start.
There you go. There you go. Well, thanks. I do appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having me.
I know it's late because you guys are usually gone by now, but it's just dark.
No, it's an honor to be a part of your live stream. It's cool.
It's an honor.
It is. You guys are important to us, and we like it. We want to support you.
Yep. So I'll try to answer some more of the hunting questions that are coming across, unless you want to hang out and answer a few
No,
more.
but this is the Pronghorn Posse. South Sacramento Parks. Put a shout out to Carolyn.
Yeah. They brought me a really nice sweatshirt you're going to see later on, too. I could throw that in for mail call, I guess. Or something. I'll wear it at some point. I just like it because what does it say on the background? It says, haters
Make us famous.
make us famous. I love that.
Nice.
So, yeah. All right. Can I ask you two more questions? that are
Absolutely.
coming up? What does the average antelope weigh?
80 to 110 pounds, 120 pounds.
How much meat do you get out of that antelope?
About 50 pounds, 55 pounds.
Have you ever bow hunted?
Nope. I look at it this way. The Indians quit using bows when they got rifles. So no sense using a bow.
And bow season here actually starts in September through. I guess you can still hunt with a bow if you really wanted to go out and
Oh yeah.
hunt
Oh, yeah.
around other hunters and stuff.
I know in California bow hunting tags are all season long.
Yeah. I
Bow
think that's
season
what
and rifle season.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
So I'm just guessing it'd be the same here.
All right. Everybody thank Bob for coming out. Thank these yahoos over here that I'm not going to show on
The
camera
peanut
again.
gallery.
Yeah, the peanut gallery.
No, my brother's over there, and my brother and sister right here. So
Aw.
thanks.
Thank you very much. We
All right.
do appreciate
Bye,
it.
everybody. Thanks for the questions.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. We're going to move the camera here really quick so that we don't have
The giant hole.
the giant hole over there.
Now, did you get it back in the right spot?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you did good.
Hey, that actually looks pretty good. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Good night,
You guys are more than
guys.
welcome to hang out if you want to.
We'll
But
see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cheddar's here.
Oh, no.
question?
Banana bread, pumpkin bread, and that, what's that other one? Zucchini bread.
Okay.
They're putting in orders for farmers market.
I baked today because the weather was not great. So instead of picking vegetables, I baked. So everything is packaged but still out in the kitchen. So they were all looking, and yeah, Bob just placed his order.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. So anyway, we thank you guys for putting up with all that and putting up with Josh, putting up with Bob. I think it's I think it's fun to have people come out
I think
and hang out with us.
We missed a super chat
Did we
a
miss
ways
one?
back, and Rick, we just saw that, and we'll get back to that in just a second.
Okay,
We
so
got that one.
Stoney, I'm scrolling.
Keep going.
Josh.
This one, Jacob.
Okay. Jacob, yeah, $10 super chat. You guys have inspired me a lot over the past week. Been watching a lot of your videos. Found your channel a few weeks ago. Can I email you later to ask some more specific advice type questions? I was going to talk about this tonight. and Jacob, yes, you can email us.
And thank you so much for the $10. We super appreciate it.
Yeah,
And we're
thank
sorry it took so long to get to your super chat.
Yeah, thank you very much. I went through emails the other day, and Rick, I'm sorry, I'll get to you in a second. Yours will actually hang out there for a while. It's enough. I went through emails the other day, and I actually, over the last few weeks, I've been kind of bad at emails. Getting back to them, and I apologize if you have emailed. If you have a burning question, feel free to email me. That's fine. But it does take me a while to get back to them. Usually, emails are longer than a comment.
Yeah,
know.
much longer.
There's more stuff going on in them, and that's fine. But I went through the last 30 days. We received almost 1,000 emails in the last 30 days. That's 33 emails a day, and it takes what? 10 minutes to answer an email, 10, 15 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of time.
Not quite that
So
long.
bear
Yeah.
with me. If you do send us an email, bear with me.
It's even like answering comments and stuff, like it's just we're getting to that point. We've always talked about this, that the bigger we get, the more subs we get, the more views we get, which is amazing and great, but like it's gonna come to a point where like we're not gonna get to every single comment.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna-
we're really
We're still striving to do it though. There are, like the bowl video when I was asking for the names, I didn't answer every single one of those. And most people were just like, this name, that name, that kind of thing. Yeah, we still strive to answer all of our comments.
Yeah.
I think it's important. You guys take your time so we can take our time as well.
It is getting hard. And sometimes when you sit down and there's over 100 and some comments and it's 9 or 10 o'clock at night, like, not complaining. We love to answer the comments, and we always read the comments. Like,
Yeah, we always read them. And I
100%
always read all the emails. I read emails as they come in. I'm not always able to answer them as they come in. That's the problem. Maybe I could get better at that. I don't know. It's one of
it's
those
hard.
things.
It's hard when you're out working, or you're, like even getting ready to go out to work, and you got to get through all this
Mhm.
work,
Makes
and but your brain's
I
sometimes
think
somewhere
people
else.
understand.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think people understand. Rick, take it from an old goat hunter in South Dakota. Jerky is the goodest part of a pronghorn. Follow close by. Okay, Rick, you're gonna have to tell me what that is, because I don't know what that is.
What is this?
Chislic.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. I might have to ask these guys. They might not even know what that is. Maybe we
They
learned
left.
something new.
They all left.
They did leave. So one of them got lost though and wandered into our bedroom. I saw that. Where's the door at? I'm out of here. I should do some hunting with the antelope hunters. That would be
We're
interesting.
not. Those guys are so gracious to cook antelope for us. I eat it once a year, and that's really, I'm good. Like, I'm not a big game eater. I don't really like any of it. I don't really like deer. I don't really like elk. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. And when we have freezers full of beef and pork, it's hard for me to want to get excited about antelope.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think every year that we have it, I enjoy it more. But I still like beef better.
Yeah, and we turned the tables on these guys. Like, they invite us out first day. We go and have their antelope, and we eat that. And then we take a bunch of steaks in, which we did last night.
Yeah.
And we take a bunch of steaks in and say, now cook these. And they said just the same, this is the best steak. Well, they didn't say this is the best steak I've ever had, but they did say it's a really good steak. So it's nice to turn the tables. Somebody asked Adam Cook, Erin, do you make zucchini bread?
I do, and I make chocolate chip zucchini bread every week.
The cats are fighting.
Yeah, the cats are fighting. We have 2 house cats, and they love/hate each other, like cats are. Just they have a cat relationship.
We have a few more things we're going to talk about, but I like answering questions. So Nathan asked if it's illegal to raise antelope. I don't know if you would have to have some
You can't really
pretty
raise
stout
them.
fences to raise
Yeah, you
antelope,
can't
but
fence
I'm
them.
pretty sure none of the hunters are watching right now. Keep an eye out for this weekend's video.
What if they are listening?
Then they're keeping an eye out for this weekend's video. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not throwing out any spoilers.
You can't raise antelope, and you also can't bait them.
Yeah, you
right?
can't. Yeah,
in Wyoming, you can't bait. I know in some states you can bait deer, and antelope is kind of a Western thing. But yeah, we can't. You can't. You're not allowed to feed the wildlife in Wyoming.
Yeah.
So
technically in Wyoming, and I don't know if this is everywhere, but the state owns the animals.
Yeah,
so
I think it's pretty much
that's
everywhere.
how they're able to do the tags and that kind of stuff. So. And Stoney Ridge says that he loves steak.
You can braise antelope, though. Yes,
braise,
you can. That's That's cooking.
That's cooking.
Yeah.
That's a cooking joke.
That is a funny joke, though.
Funny to her. I'm like, you misspelled raise. Doesn't have a B in front of it.
I've tried antelope. It's kind of odd tasting.
I don't mind it. I think it's one of those things that does grow on you. You know.
You like antelope jerky a lot.
I do. I do like antelope jerky. Yeah. Well, okay, let's just take a few other questions here because I had something to talk about. Now I don't remember what it was. Questions. Brain just like shut down. I have been so busy this week, and everything's been breaking this week. I rolled a tire off the Bobcat. I need to fix that. I had a flat tire on a four-wheeler this week. I fixed that today. My airbag exploded on my pickup. Not the airbag that comes out of the dash, but the airbag, suspension airbag.
I was gonna say you should explain that.
Yeah. I was on the phone with the game warden. I was heading into town, and I was talking to the game warden, and I told him that my airbag exploded in the pickup right there, that it popped. That's what I said. My airbag popped, and he was like, "What?" He's really kind of panicked. So, you're driving with a deployed airbag? And I was like, "No, not that airbag. The other."
So explain what a suspension airbag is.
Okay, so yeah, these are, I should show them on a video. They're bags that go. They're part of the suspension of the truck. They're on the back. You can pump them full of air, make your suspension stiffer. You can take air out and make it more squishy. I use it a lot when I'm hauling heavy loads to keep the ride a little bit smoother. That's basically it. There's probably a better explanation for it, but I'm sure Air Ride could tell you all about it. So.
So one of those broke when you were out in the field.
Yeah, I hit a bump, and there's an air compressor in the truck that keeps them at whatever PSI that I want them at. And I hit a bump, and all of a sudden the air compressor kicked in, and I heard it. And at first I was like, what the heck is that noise? So it took me a little bit to figure it out. And then I was going down the highway because I left the field and was heading straight into town to go see the game warden. And I'm driving down the road, and I'm thinking, that thing's just running solid constantly, and it's probably getting pretty hot, and it's actually underneath the back seat. So I was like, I better pull over and disconnect it before my truck bursts into flames, which is a quick way to get a new truck, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But not a quick way, but you have to deal with insurance companies. Nothing's ever quick.
All right.
Adam said, I'm sure you've heard this before, but is the farmer's market all year round? It's really quiet in here now that everybody left. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, no, it is year round. So we have 2 more weeks of our summer season, although we are being forced indoors because it is not summer in Wyoming anymore. So 2 weeks of summer season left, and then starting in November we switch to once a month, and we're the 3rd Saturday of every month in the wintertime. So November through June we still have a market, but it is not every week.
Yep.
Thank goodness. Because I'm done. I'm so tired. I love market. It's just really, these last couple of weeks really drag on. And the weather is turning very crappy on us. And yeah, so we're moving market inside. We've got 2 more weeks left. We'll be inside our location at the college. It's a pain in the butt to haul everything inside. We didn't pick vegetables today because of the weather. Tomorrow's not going to be that much better. I was hoping it was going to be better. It's not. It's going to be wet and windy and not fun. So.
Hi, Miranda. How are you? Miranda lives on a farm, and she shows cattle in 4-H.
Cool.
So, and she gave us a little heart. That got my attention. The other thing, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, I keep on losing my train of thought here. Oh, the website. Somebody asked about beef jerky. Beef jerky is, just like right around the corner. If you go to our website, ourwyominglife.com, we do have a new website. I did get the new website up. I'm actually in the process of getting the store done. I had to do a couple funky things so that we could actually take credit cards, and there's a secure
It's
thing I had.
complicated.
It's really ridiculously complicated. If I would have known that, I probably would have hired somebody to do it.
Too late now.
It's too late now. So I'm right at the home stretch. Our plan is to get the website up and going. First things that we're going to have in the store is beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
We have some belt buckles still. The Wyoming Life belt buckles. What else?
Oh, that's it for now.
That's it for now. Then
the
tickets for the ranch roundup, which I did want to talk about tonight, and I wanted to get
farm,
your guys' input on this.
And farm to table.
And farm to table.
Let's do the bowl though.
Let's do the bowl because everybody's asking about the bowl. It's 7:35. Time for the bowl. We put out a video about a week ago, right?
Well, Sunday.
Sunday.
Right?
Yeah. No. Was it this Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we put out a video. There was a video came out, and it was about the bulls. Bubbles is actually leaving the herd. He's over in a corral, not very happy about it.
Yeah, and the weather's crappy for you to take him to sale next week.
Yeah,
so Bubbles might be in the corral
stay
for a
another
while.
week. He's just definitely not happy about it. He has to be gone by the time we sell calves, because he will be in the way, big as crap.
Will be in the way. That would not be fun.
That would not be fun at all. But so we've got Bubbles sorted off. With Bubbles was, of course, the alpha bull that we had out here, and I'm betting dollars to donuts that 9702 big black Angus bull is going to become our new alpha bull. In our last video, we said, hey, let's name this bull. And some people kind of gave me crap about that. They were like, why would you name your bull? Why do you let your kids name things? I get this a lot. I actually came up with an answer for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
First of all, I don't mind if the kids name stuff. I think that if something has a name, you treat it better.
Okay.
I like to think that every cow, not every cow, but a majority of the cows out there, I know them by their numbers, by their name, whatever it is. Some of them have names, some of them just have numbers. But if your name is 27, that's your name. We lost 80 this last week. 80 was 80 forever. Yeah, no, she was not for like a year. She wasn't 80 because we put the wrong ear tag in.
I fixed that.
But Erin fixed it. But 80, even when 80 was wearing number 141, she was still 80.
39 is tagged 59.
But she's still 39.
But she's still 39.
I think that some people can disagree with me on this, and maybe this is just coming up from not in ranching, and looking at it, from an outside perspective. But yeah, when you decide to name something and you take, once you name something, you do take a little bit more, for me anyway, I take more of a interest in it. Yeah. So when she's sick, it's not just number 22 is sick, it's number 22 is sick, she's a pain in the butt, but she's sick, and I can and that's the way that I know the cows. Yeah. But we don't name all the pigs, we don't name every single chicken, that kind of stuff.
The pigs are hard to tell apart. Same with chickens.
Yeah.
Once in a while you get like a friendly leghorn.
Right.
But then it's like, well, is that the friendly one or is that the friendly one? Because they all look the same.
Right.
Pigs is kind of the same situation.
I went out with the hunters this week briefly, and we drove down by the cows. I just wanted to check cows, and they were heading down that way anyway. So they were going down to look for antelope. So I went down with them to check cows, and we were looking at 2 red cows up on the hill. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's blonde cow. Mm-hmm. That's, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was number 34.
But you could tell.
But I could tell who it was, and they were just like, how do you know that? And it's just something that gets worked into you. So anyway, that was my rant off to the side. Where was I going with this? The bull. That's right. We named the bull. Well, we didn't. The kids did. What we ended up, so we got 500 comments on that video.
Yeah, there's a lot.
A lot of them were name the bull.
Some of them were inappropriate. Let's just talk about that. Some of them were inappropriate. Okay.
Those people probably aren't here.
So they did not get added to the list for the kids. So.
Yeah, we ended up. So obviously, we talk about being busy and getting to the point where, we're not able to answer all the comments. It's hard to get to emails. Facebook still isn't bad. Facebook is actually probably the best place to get a hold of us, because it's only 4,000 people on Facebook. So
yeah, the audience is smaller.
It works out better that way. But we do ask for help occasionally, and I asked our moderator, who's here today, Matt, to give me a hand and go through the comments. And him and his wife sat down, and they went through and they narrowed the list down so that we could give the kids the list.
A shorter list.
A shorter list, yeah. So what we did was we basically just sat down with the kids and let them sort it out for themselves.
So the subscribers have picked some names for the new bowl, and now you guys get to decide what the name is going to be. Okay, Lincoln? All right, so I'm going to read the names, and you guys can decide. All right? All right, here we go. Rhino, Buster, Tank, Baby Daddy, Mr. Beef, Samson, Chuck, Ace of Spades, Tyson, Tootsie Roll, Chief, Midnight, Bam Bam, Bo, Brutus, Blackjack, Neelix, Darth Vader, Scooter, 8-Ball, Hulk, Duke, or Frank.
I like Midnight.
Midnight? That's it? We're decided? Midnight?
Midnight.
Okay. Good job, guys.
Well, we're in there somewhere. There we are. Midnight seemed thoroughly unimpressed with the new name.
He doesn't
But-
care.
He doesn't care. But the kids do, and everybody else does. And I, like I said, I think it's for me, I don't name every pig, I don't name every chicken, not every cat has a name, but those ones that we do have to deal with a lot, especially bulls.
Mhm.
Not every bull has a name. Our alpha bull has a name. Hopefully he becomes the alpha bull, or else I just wasted a whole bunch of time. If somebody else steps up and takes the job, which could happen. I've seen it happen before. But it's just
Well,
one
now
of
he
those
has a
things.
name. So regardless of whether or not he becomes the alpha bull, he has a name.
He has a name.
So
That is true. So yes, that is Midnight. Thanks to Matt and Tammy for putting that together for us, and of course thanks to the kids who are not here for going through there and getting that nailed down for us. So thank you very much, and thanks for everybody for putting in their suggestions too. So what is the peacock's name? That's a dark. He's always
Peacock.
been just Peacock.
just
Mr. Peacock at times. He's gone by Cassidy.
how's Peacock?
Yeah.
Where's Peacock?
That was a question. Little Sackler just asked, where is the peacock? He is actually in the barn right
it's
now.
cold, so he's
Yeah, he's been living in the barn here lately. I did go down finally and clean up the basement where he lived pretty much all last winter,
yeah.
and finally got that cleaned up like a year later. But
Just in time to put him down there again.
yeah, exactly. I was hoping for the name Milk Dud. Grace had one that she really liked
Tootsie
too.
Roll.
Tootsie Roll. That's right. We had to edit the video because we went on for probably
There's some arguing.
there was some arguing going on. There was about 8 minutes of back and forth, and her and Mackenzie working out the details.
It was and Midnight was a third name that was I could not get them to compromise.
What was Kenzie's choice?
Ace of Spades.
Oh yeah, Ace of Spades.
Yeah. So there was and then finally I was just looking at the list and I was like, how about Midnight? Let's just move on because neither one of them wanted to budge. Grace wanted to call him Toots or
Toots?
Rolly.
Or Rolly?
Yeah. She's like, Rolly, your Toots for short. So
That's kind of cute. I kind of like that. But
Kenzie was not down with it. So we did get them to agree. So
the kids are horrible. They're not horrible at naming things, but we now have 2 male cats in the barn. One is named Sarah, and the other one is named Flower. So there's always.
And then we have a little black kitty named Husky.
Do we really?
That little tiny black fuzzy kitty.
Oh.
They've named him Husky. No idea if it's a boy or a girl because you can't touch it. It just runs around a lot.
That's funny. All right, what's going on with the summer hat? Ooh, that's a good question too. Maybe you should watch this weekend's video. Just saying. What? What is wrong
Your
with you?
teasers are so bad.
They are horrible, aren't they? What else could I say? What is going on with summer hat? Well, it sits on my head. This actually isn't my summer hat. This is my. That's another secret. See, I can't say anything. I don't even know why I'm here. Maybe you should just take over.
You actually have a plan.
I do have a plan.
Sometimes Friday night, I'm like, what you doing for Sunday's video? Well, I don't know, but we got to go to farmer's market Saturday morning, so it should be real interesting.
It does happen sometimes that way. This week, though, I've had a plan since Monday.
Yeah.
I've had a plan in the works, and it's a little bit more complicated than our normal video, so I really do hope that you dig it. You say dig it?
Dig it.
Dig it, man.
You do have to do some high tunnel work before.
I do.
Yeah, we got to put that baseboard
Oh,
down.
yeah, I got to do the baseboard.
It's going to get cold.
It's gonna get cold.
It's snowy.
We have 7 inches of snow forecast for next week.
Yeah, it keeps changing.
We have
6 to
temperatures in
8.
the teens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cold.
Yeah, we
Winter's hitting early.
gotta get high tunnels. The
Sweet.
cover's on the high tunnel, but we were kind of short on one side of plastic just because it was too windy when we started to put the cover on. The wind did go down, but it was too windy, and so we're about 4 inches short on one side.
Mhm.
So we're just gonna add some more baseboard, and then then we can seal it up. So.
Yeah, that's the plan. Somebody asked earlier, and I totally missed it, but asked about the hay situation. All of our hay is now officially in as of today. We got our last semi-truckload of hay, our last 30-some tons of hay in today. That is done. Can't pay for it yet, but it's here. So
We're selling calves soon.
yeah, we're selling calves soon, so that's when that flies out the window. That's a lot of money's worth of hay sitting down there, but it is all here.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the process of changing our game plan with the hay in the hay fields, and what we're doing with that is we're actually stacking pretty close to the hay fields, where we're gonna have a video hopefully coming out about that. That we're stacking hay closer to the hay fields this year, so we have more strategic
Manure distribution.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting as well.
But now the snow is the weather has changed everything this week, and that's like we missed the herd report on Monday because we had to throw that cover on, and we had to do all that work on Monday. We were going to move hay. I was going to help you. We were going to move hay, put some panels up, build some hay yards. Everything's got changed this week because of this impending forecast. It's not the worst forecast we've ever seen this early in October, but
We usually have snow by
actually
Halloween.
on my Facebook timeline, they show you your memories. And 5 years ago, remember the big snowstorm we had before we moved in this house,
Mhm.
and the trees broke, and so 5 years ago today we had 8 or 10 inches or 12 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, really?
Remember that big
I
snowstorm?
do remember the storm. I don't remember what it was. I mean, I don't.
It was a lot.
I guess you have Facebook to keep track of that
I
stuff.
do.
The memory thing, they flash things up for you.
Yeah, Mike doesn't have Facebook.
I don't do Facebook. I do.
I don't do much Facebook, but
I do. Well, we have the Facebook group now that you can go check out. It's All Things Agriculture. It's an our Wyoming Life community that we put up. Basically, it's a group.
it's a community.
It's a group, so you can search Facebook for All Things Agriculture. Click on the groups tab.
It's a group, not a page.
Yep, and you can find it in there. Go and join it. There is always stuff going on in there, and I don't even care. This is why we call it All Things Agriculture, because I didn't want it to be a ranching thing. I didn't want it to be just a raising corn thing or gardening or anything like that. If you like tractors, if you like drawing pictures of cows,
If you have questions.
if you have questions, you can go in there and ask. There's no bias in there. Nobody cares what anybody's experience is. I think it's a great place, and I've seen some really cool stuff coming out of that.
You guys are there's not a ton of members in it yet.
There's almost 500.
Yeah, but man, you guys are busy on there. The people that are in it are super active. People are answering questions. People are asking questions.
Oh, I forgot to say who Midnight was. I'm sorry. The person that suggested the name Midnight, Gamer Bros.
Screen names are funny.
We also had to filter out some some usernames that were not. The name of the bull might have been appropriate, but the username was not. So yeah, there's always that filter thing.
So
But
thank you, Gamer Bros.
yes, thank you very much.
I don't feel like I'm cool enough to say bros.
Bros. Yeah, I can't pull it off either. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up in this weekend's video that we can't pull off either. So this is my last teaser. That's my last one. That's it. I'm done. Yeah. So what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Okay then. All right.
Weather. We talked a lot about the weather.
Is there any way? This is an Erin question. Is there any way to get notifications when you post on your Facebook page? How does that work?
I think for each page you can turn on or off notifications. I have no idea how to do it.
You're no help.
No idea. And maybe go to our page and click settings. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I turn off notifications, in all honesty.
You're so nice.
It's just too much. It's just too much. So,
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, we were talking about the group. Yeah, so go and join All Things Agriculture. Somebody will throw a link up, I'm sure, for it, and you can check it out. Join, get in the conversation, lurk if you want to. You can do that. That's what I do. I lurk a lot. I check it out almost every night though, and sometimes I find stuff in there that I can chime in on. But honestly, there's people in there that know way more than I know, and just some of the stuff is mind-boggling. The questions people ask, they're amazing, and it's the fact that it's not a biased community. So you can go in there and you can ask how you tell the difference between a boy and a girl cow. You can do that. Why not? I don't think anybody would get on your case about it.
No.
I think somebody would tell you, maybe in not so PC terms, but somebody will tell you. There is a way to tell.
Yeah. I will have to say though, I mean, that was one thing that I would, it's super easy to tell the difference between a steer and a heifer. Like when we sort calves here in a couple weeks, like they just run by and you can tell. And in the beginning, it was a little more difficult to tell.
It was, yeah. It's a little bit. There's a learning curve in there. So my wife said the horns. Okay.
No. Just go with no.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Hey, Matt's up to 4 subscribers now. Matt Fensel. I'm gonna get to the. If we get Matt enough subscribers on his YouTube channel,
he's gonna have to make a video.
He will have to make a video at some point. Don't you think?
Well, I would assume.
No, he wouldn't have to. But you think he would be compelled to?
He wants to make me sing when we get to 50,000 subscribers. Maybe, Matt, when you get to 5 subscribers, you can make a video.
He's at 4 now. I was going to take somebody else to go subscribe. Actually, I don't even think I subscribed to Matt.
Oh,
maybe
well,
I should.
Our Wyoming Life can subscribe to Matt, and now you have to make a video, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
You've been challenged. You've been YouTube challenged, because apparently that's a thing.
YouTube challenge, yeah. Speaking of challenges, did I tell you? Well, I told you this. I got invited to speak at a high school commencement next year. That's
we
a
are
challenge.
Funny, Matt. Yeah, what are you going to talk? Who are these people that they want you to come talk?
This is my support network right here, people.
I just think it's funny. We've been invited to speak at a couple things, and nothing's really worked out yet. We are totally welcomed, or we would do speaking stuff, but there's still a part of me that is like, why do you guys want to listen to us? Right? Especially for a high school commencement speech. Where are your qualifications to be able to?
I don't know.
It's so weird.
It's an interesting one.
It's such an honor.
It is a very huge honor, but
What will you talk about?
High school. How did you do it? It's so hard. I don't know. I don't know what I talk about.
It's also been a very long time since you've been in high school.
It's been
and we don't have teenagers.
Like 8 years.
8 years.
Since I've been in a math class. Yeah.
Didn't you help Mackenzie with some math tonight?
No, I did not.
No.
I helped her do a word search tonight. Her teacher sent home a word search. I was like, I had trouble with it. There was
They do it in school. They went to the dentist, and that's what they did while we were at the dentist.
They did word searches?
They did that sheet.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. So is makeup work. The kids went to the dentist this week. That was a fun trip.
We might need some more super chats. Just in all honesty, all 3 kids have been to the dentist in the last few weeks, and
Either that or stop sending the kids candy. There's a lot of that goes on too. So maybe send the kids a toothbrush once in a while. Some toothpaste.
It's not even the cavity situation. That's fine. It's the orthodontics and the jaw problems that we were encountering.
That's all genetics. So
that's all genetic. Huh.
Yes, exactly. So bring midnight is show and tell. Here, Peter, that might be a very, very bad idea. I think we'll see more of him, of course. So
they're doing fine over on the bull pasture, though, right?
They're doing great over there. There's
calm.
been no trouble. Usually when we take the bulls off the cows and they go back into their bull pasture, there's some fighting or something going on, and there's nothing there. Quiet over there. Kind of creepy. I drove by the other day and I saw 4 of them. There's 5 of them in that pasture. And I saw 4, and every time we drive by, you count the bulls. Every single time you drive by, you count bulls. So I counted 4, and I had to almost stop on the highway to see where the 5th one was hiding. And
they hide in the shed.
Yeah, he was just laying down, hanging out, and doing his thing. So Feel free to throw up any questions. I think I'm done ranting and raving for a little bit. If you have any questions here as we wrap things up, we've got about 6 minutes left. I would love to answer some of your questions. If you have questions about the roundup, I would really like. Matt's up to 14 subscribers.
Oh gosh, Matt, you have to make a video.
Oh my gosh. Actually, Matt sends me videos every once in a while. He'll text me videos.
Yeah, so you know how.
Yeah, he knows how to do it. We're gonna take a few questions, but actually, I would like to talk about the ranch roundup that we have coming up, and I think I started to talk about this earlier when we got sidetracked.
That never happens.
August 24th, 2019. If you didn't see our last video, we are inviting you guys to come and hang out with us. And when I say you guys, I mean you guys, because I think the people that come to the live streams and stuff like that, these are like the main folks, you know, kind of thing, or they just don't have anything better to do. But I don't, that's for sure. So the 24th.
We watched a One Lonely Farmer live stream for like 2 hours.
That was fun.
It was fun.
It was an exciting one.
But after we were done, I was like, wow, that was a long time.
Yeah. We're going to be inviting folks to the ranch, and the plan is that we're going to sell tickets on the website. And the reason we're selling tickets and it's not free is because there is food involved. We're going to have games, and it's not going to be like a nickel and dime you type of thing. You buy the ticket, you're done.
Well, there might be. There'll be other opportunities for you to spend money, but you'll be able to.
It's not from us.
And you'll get to a meal, and there'll be plenty of things to do. And
yeah, we're talking about having horseshoes. If you don't want to play horseshoes, that's fine. We're going to find somebody who's in a horseshoe league in town to come out and teach us. I'm not even really sure how to play. I play horseshoes occasionally, but I'm not really sure.
I don't think I've ever seen you play horseshoes.
Really? You've never seen me play? Where did I play last? Yeah, it might have been that long ago.
Yeah.
But we're going to have somebody come out and teach roping. We're going to have roping competition. We're going to let Clay teach people how to rope for a little while. Clay is a professional team roper.
I don't know if his wife has asked him yet.
Well, maybe he's watching.
I don't know if his wife has told him yet.
Voluntold, man. He's going to teach people how to rope. We're going to have some roping competitions. Hopefully, we're going to have some antique tractors here. There's stuff coming together, and yes, it's a long ways away, but you would not believe the amount of planning that goes into something like this. And we have like a team of people that are working on putting this whole thing together. We're working on hotels, special rates for hotels while you're here, transportation to the ranch because we don't have parking. We do have parking for plenty of vehicles. Problem is that those vehicles would tear the crap out of everything. So we're trying to figure out
and it will
some sort of busing type situation.
Parking will interfere with our games.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would take up room, of course. So
Garth Brooks, no. No.
What's that?
Somebody asked about Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks going to be here? Doubtful. We would have to raise the ticket price probably
and
for that.
A lot more people because we are doing limited ticket sales.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just only so much that we can handle.
Yeah, and Erin likes to grow things as we go. So if we start out smaller, eventually we can move up.
It's the biggest thing we've ever done. Like, it's bigger than Farm to Table by a considerable amount.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the biggest event we've ever put on the ranch. If we can pull this off, we'll see if we can do more. But there is going to be a limited amount of tickets available. So.
Right, and once we put them on sale, we'll let you know once we get up and going. We're hoping to have, well, I know that Blake is going to be here hanging out, and you get a chance to come and hang out with Blake. And
Josh is leaving. Thank you, Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer.
Why couldn't he hang out for another 2 minutes, and then we could have just been done, and he didn't have to, like, jet in the middle of the thing.
They're impatient, I guess. Thanks, Josh.
He had to go teach his wife about bulls and cows.
Yeah, is this going to be an annual thing? Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
I hope it'll be an annual thing. We have plans to be able to sell meat while you're here. If you're interested, we're going to set up some times that we can sell beef and pork and stuff like that. Mailing it is such a pain in the butt, but if people are here, why not fill up a cooler, you know?
And you'll also soon, once we launch the tickets for the Ranch Roundup, if you want to, that'll be on Saturday. If you want to stay in town through Sunday, there will be tickets available for Farm to Table also.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have more details coming soon.
I keep on seeing these our moderators keep on telling us we need to do mail call. I forgot to go to the post office. Leave me alone. Jeez. They're like slave drivers, man. Geez.
We did talk about it about 4:30 today, and I was taking caramel rolls out of the oven, and you were trying to do the list of names and homework, and It just didn't happen.
Yeah, forgot. We make it to the post office like, and the post office hates us because it's always full of mail, and we make it like once a week
We're so
or
bad
once every
about
2 weeks. We do live streams sometimes, and we gather our mail. We did get this is kind of cool. We got a 50, or not a 50-pound, but it's pretty heavy box of feed for the pigs. Somebody mills their own feed, and they sent us their special
Yeah.
pig
it's
food.
Cool. Mike freaked me out though. Like we were in the car. My car had to get fixed this week too. Let's talk about the crappy week that we've had.
We already have. Go past it. It's
I
over with.
I
It's
had to
done.
get new brakes and rotors. But yeah, so Mike hands it to me and he puts it on my lap, or I take it in this big box. If it fits, it ships.
Mhm.
Thank you, U.S. Postal Service. And we're like, this is really heavy. Mike's like, I hope it's not a bomb.
Nobody would send us.
Freaked me
I
out.
just gave people on their own. Just kidding. Josh said that the post office thinks he's crazy too. Every time we go into the post office, they're like, "What are you and who are you doing? What is this?"
Yeah, why are
like,
we taking like a whole like tote full of like stuff
all
to mail?
Patreon stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you know,
they're like,
if you like us, if you follow us, well, not really follow us. If you support us on Patreon, you get free stuff. And every
it's
month,
not really free. You pay for that
Right.
stuff.
yeah, I mean, but you can sign up for Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and who's gonna miss $1 a month, kind of thing. But you get free our Wyoming Life stuff, and we mail it out every month. So we go in with like a tote full of stuff.
Well, let's be honest. We don't mail it every month.
Well, we try to.
Every other month.
We try to.
So it's a bigger tote.
You're
Yeah,
kind
they
of in a mood tonight.
they
You know
think-
that?
I'm tired.
Is that what happened? You get like like passive aggressive when you get tired.
Yes.
Nobody else's wife ever gets passive aggressive
No.
when they're tired. I'm sure.
I'm just trying to keep it real.
Keep it real. You couldn't say bros 2 minutes ago. Now you're saying keep it real.
Again, a phrase that I'm not cool enough or young enough to.
You've gotten much more like gangster since I don't even think
Since
that's
we
gangster.
said yeah.
Since we said Just,
Why are we supposed to hug?
I'll hug. There you go.
Uh,
All right. It's now 8:02.
it's not wine, it's water.
That's water. This is not water. This is Seagram 7 and 7-Up. 7 and 7. 7 and 7.
It's been super great having the hunters here, but like part of the reason I'm so tired is like we go and hang out with the hunters like every night.
They are. It's cool. It's cool that when they're here, we get a chance to hang out with people from all over. But now we can hang out with people from Zimbabwe if we want to. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Do we really need them anymore? We have.
The hunters?
We have a social outlet right here.
We do need to control the animal population.
We do.
It is important to control the population. So
Yeah. Did you just say gangster? I did, I think. That was a while ago. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming out tonight. We do appreciate it. Thanks to Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer, who is still here. He said he was leaving. He lied. Thanks, Josh, for coming and hanging out with us for a little bit. We should do that again. That was fun.
Yeah.
I like doing the call-ins. Actually, you know what? Let's do a subscriber call-in.
Okay.
That would be fun.
How come when you come up with this stuff?
Actually,
How are you gonna do that?
I don't know. They can call me.
Know that you're gonna give them your phone number?
Maybe after a rigorous screening process.
You can't give them all your phone numbers.
Let's just put it out there. Everybody call me. Be sure to check us.
More information coming soon.
Yeah.
When a call
What happens if a
Mike.
different bull becomes the alpha bull? Well, then that happens. Then we'll name that one too, I guess. We'll deal with that when it happens. It may happen though. Trust me. We have new podcast coming out tomorrow, and featured on this podcast will be Mr. Matt Fensel. He is our guest on our podcast tomorrow. He's going to talk about moderating and what a joy it is, I'm sure, and being our personal assistant at times. He's a nice enough guy. He does it. So.
Did you call him and just be like, I need this list of names, and
I went to pick up kids from school, and I was waiting in the parking lot or on the street, and I called him and said, can you do me a huge favor because I'm so far behind. Can you go through and pick out maybe 20, 30 names that you and Tammy agree on that are kid appropriate, and we'll let him go through and pick. So any other questions we want to catch really quick? Stoney 1-800
The cat's breaking stuff.
Yeah. All right.
I rearranged, and so the cats have been all about it.
They like it. Lincoln moved into a big boy bed this week. He got out of the crib bed. It wasn't really a crib bed. It was like a convertible crib toddler bed.
Yeah,
now
now
he
he's
has
just
a
in
regular toddler bed.
No, he just
Anyway.
has a regular toddler bed. His bed size didn't really change, but his room did because I cleaned some junk out.
Keep on subscribing to Matt, people, because it's just going to drive him crazy.
Oh gosh, I cannot wait for the Matt video.
I know. It's going to be fun. Check out our podcast if you like. You can pretty much catch it anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Don't search for Our Wyoming Life, though, because it's something different. Search for Beyond the Ranch, which may not have been a good idea to call it Beyond the Ranch. We should have maybe just called it Our Wyoming Life. But that's how you can find it. Search Apple iTunes, Google Cast, whatever you'd like. Wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, check it out there. Go to our website. Check out the new website. And email me when you find something wrong, because I'm sure you will.
Did you fix those things that you've been emailed that were wrong?
Couple. They're in my email. But yeah, check out the new website if you would, and we can talk about some changes coming up on those on the website as well. We could talk for hours about stuff that's going to happen on the website. And
So
what else should I point people to? Facebook, All Things Agriculture is our new group. You can check that out. And
thank you guys for joining us.
there we go.
Thank
All
you
right.
guys for all the super chats. We
Yes,
appreciate
thank you very
that.
much for all the super chats. Thanks for Bob coming on too. That he didn't really want to do it.
That surprises me because he loves to talk.
He does love to talk. But I told him, I went out and asked. They were all sitting around in the barn, and I said, "Hey, I need a hunter to come on the live stream." And I asked him. I said,
Like
I straight
dead
up,
silence.
yeah, it got really quiet. And I said, "Bob, would you do it?" And he said, "No." He said, "Unless you write me a script, I'm not doing it." And I said, "Well, that's not how it works." And I said, "I kind of already told people you were going to do it, so you should probably come and do it." And that was pretty much what it
It's
took.
funny
so.
because Bob talks all the time. So much so that Grace, who was 5 years old, the other day we were hanging out in the sales barn, and Grace comes up to me, "Mommy, is Bob the leader of the hunters?"
Maybe he is.
I was just like, "Yep, sure."
On that note, we'll insult our friend. And
No, it's just he talks all the time. It surprises me that he didn't want to come on the live stream. It's not insulting.
I think he just, I think that he was a little bit intimidated by it, which is easy to do.
Yeah.
And he didn't know what kind of questions he would get. He was, he doesn't want the
hunter hate?
hunter hate.
Oh.
I think that's what it came down to. So nobody wants
Everybody
that.
was great.
Everybody was great. And thank you guys for that. Thanks to our moderators for keeping you guys great. And I didn't see too
I
many
didn't really
problems
see
out there.
any blocked comments or anything.
No,
today.
we did great tonight. So we will be back on Sunday. Brand new video from the hunters. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
It'll be a blast. Teaser.
all right, guys. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.